Good morning, students. Hope so you all are well and good. So, student, already about this topic, the chapter we have learned how many kinds of the soils are forming in India and what are different characteristics of the soil. I think one and two videos we have talked about it, and what is the formation and the layer of the soil. This also we have learned. Now today we can see here this is explaining about the land resources. So, student, we can understand how the land is a one of the resource. So, land, as we are getting all kinds of the things, it means the things which is forming on the surface of the earth only. That's why it is the one of the main natural resource. Now we can find the more of the things. If we talk about the land, so that is 29% of the total area of the earth surface. Already you are aware, 71 of the water percent is the water, and the 29% of the that is formed by the land. Okay, even though it is a small percentage, and that is also not habitable. It means this is totally, it is not suitable for the human being as well as for the plants, animals, because it is somewhere it is covered with the ice or the snow. Some is the different kinds of the climatically unsuitable, waterlogged, forested or the desert. It means the different kinds of the things which is not making the land is a suitable place for the human being. Okay, so the quality of distribution of land, it means its location has a major role in the deciding its uses. Students, if you understand here in the class 6 also or 7th also, you know mostly the two countries, it means India and the China, that is the most populous countries in the Asia continent, because it is the country, both of the countries, where is a suitable climatic land resources for the human being, for the plant and other things. So this diagram also, student, you can understand here how it is explaining you. Mountain is a 30%, plateaus is a 27%, and plain is a 43%. It means when we are having the 29% of the land, from there also, if we are calculating 29% out of 100% the land, from there also we are having the 30% the mountainous area, that is filled, covered with the ice, snow. Somewhere is a plateaus area. Plateaus area is not totally suitable for the plants. Okay, different kinds of minerals even we are getting from the plateaus, but only the 43% is the plain area where the crops, the vegetation life is possible. So this is the land distribution. So by this diagram also we can understand how the land is dividing into different locations. So it is having the big role to decide its uses. Now we can understand here, student, second paragraph, it is explaining about the land uses. Just now only we have talked about it. So we are using the land a different purpose. We are having the different purposes such as the cultivation of crops. Mainly we know first of the main thing of ours from the early humans, they also started the first of the thing is agriculture. Second, for the forestry, because forest is also one of the main resource for human being. Grazing of livestock, construction of building, houses, canals, and the mining and the manufacturing. So student, they are the different roles. When we are having the activity for the crops, that also we are using the land. When we are having the mining, it means when we are taking the minerals and manufacturing any kind of thing, then also we are using the land. So land we are using the different purposes. Okay, the pattern also, the land is varies from one region to another one. It means pattern. If you will go to the hilly areas, the pattern of the land uses of that area will be totally different from the plain area. If you'll move to the coastal areas, their uh, uses of the land will be totally different. So in this way we can understand what is the land uses. Now next is your point is factors affecting the land uses. Just now student, we have talked here that 30% is the mountainous area, 27% is the plateaus area, and 43% is the only plain area. Okay, beside this also, this only the things which is deciding how we can use the land. So land is totally depending on the different kinds of the factors, that is including the physical means just now we have talked here, mountainous area, hilly areas, the plain area, and the temperature, different kinds of things. Then human culture and economic factor. This main point is when you have to be understand about it. Physical factors are totally that is determining the uses of the land, like if the place is very good suitable, like the plain area, that is the temperature and the weather is the climatic condition is suitable for the agricultural, so there it is not too suitable in the desert area. Okay, that's why this all the things come in the physical one. If you talk about the human cultural, it means this is also depending on the human, which place the human being is too smart and they're having a different advanced technology in comparison of our country. If you move to the developed country like the USA, China, so Canada, so they are two developed country and they are having the very good advanced technology of cultivation of crops related to the agriculture. So that is the human culture, because they are most advanced and forwarded from the Indian people in many ways. Okay, economic factor also, which are the developed country, or we can take the for the small example, which are the rich farmers in a country. Okay, so that is also deciding how we are using the land. So student, you have to be understand here how it is depending. So if you talk about, just now it is explaining you here, physical factor like topography, soil, climate, water, distribution of rocks and minerals are the important ones, just now I have explained to you. If you talk about the flat land, there is the abundant water and rainfall, but if you move to the desert area, so there we can't get this much. That's why the northern plains, especially UP, Punjab, Bihar, they are rich in the agricultural form, because it is a plain area. There is abundant, okay, the availability of water is too good. Like if you move to West Bengal and the Deccan Plateau, so that is not too, that is good. Bengal, actually there is also the different rivers are there, especially the Ganga is flowing there also. But if you move to the Deccan Plateau, so there is not too good according to the northern plains. If you talk about the economic factors such as development, education, medical facilities and government policies, so that is also important role to land uses. Just now in here I have explained to you, when the people, the farmers are the good advanced informative schemes they are having, they are advanced technologies they are having, so they will be, or if they are aware of the government policies, it means the government also playing a good role, how they are providing the different schemes to their farmers, and even though they are citizens for land uses. So student, along this one, different medical facilities also. So these are the important factors which is deciding to land uses. That's why being a good citizen, it's our duty to use the land in a good and the better way. Okay, so we can understand here there are different factors we are already talked here. So this also is explained about the land uses. Okay, when the people is using some private land, when one person is using the land, that is known as the private land, and when it is for the community, this is known as the common property resource. So some are using the private ones, those are the rich farmers and other one, and some are that is known as the common property. So this also downside is explaining about the same thing, how we supposed to use this all kinds of the land resource for our own use. Now this paragraph is when we can understand here the second line, it is explaining you the quality of land also differs from place to place. People start take encroaching the common lands of the build of the commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and expand the agricultural land in the rural areas. So this also, just we are talking about the land uses, and I have explained to you this is depending on the different physical factor, same thing which I have explained to you the last upside paragraph. So this is totally depending on the human nature as well as the physical factor, the development. Okay. The economic factor, this is including what are the government policies, what are the medical facilities. So by there it we can understand here. So this paragraph is explaining the same thing, how we are using the land. If we talk about the urban areas, so urban areas provide a better job opportunities, economic growth, higher education, recreational facilities. That's why this is more developed. Okay, so that's why in the cities, if you compare from any hilly areas and to the plain area, especially if we are talking about the Delhi, there is a more density of population. Why? The people are getting more facilities there for different kinds of economic and their job they are getting there. Okay, so that's why it is depending on the human being. Some of the physical factors are there, but some other economic and the human culture activities also there, that is determining the land uses. Afterward this paragraph you can understand here, if any fertile river is there. Okay, just now we have talked about the northern plains of the India, but if you talk about in the term of the world, so there is the tropical and subtropical region of the world, because they are suitable for agriculture. Over 60% of the world population is concentrated in the subtropical and mid latitude zones. Nearly 50% of the world's population lives in the urban areas, and this figure is expected to go up. Okay, so tropical and subtropical, tropical and subtropical. So already we know this is the equator and this is tropical zone. So which is coming here, both the area, this is tropical, and which are the areas here, so this is known as the subtropical areas. So mostly the most suitable, in the next chapter also for the hydrosphere you will understand about it, mostly the availability of the water also getting providing an availability of the water we are getting in this zone only. Okay, tropical and subtropical. Okay, so mostly the population of the world is living inhabitant here only. If you talk about the urban areas, so urban area we are getting the more settlements, like there is a industries and other which is providing the jobs and other opportunities to the people. Okay, that's why it is increasing the pressure on the land, and that's why the more agricultural land is getting converted into the urban colonies. So this is also one of the main problem now which we are getting in the result, different kinds of the disease and other things we are getting, because we human being have totally destroying other empty lands and converting into the different colonies. Okay friends, so this is the land uses. You have to be understand how we are making and converting the land according to us. One hand side is the physical factor, but most of the things there is depending on the human being, where the human being has been changing the land according to their own use from the early humans to till now. Okay, so in this way we can understand how we are using the land. Now student, this paragraph is explaining about the land distribution in India. Land distribution in India, how in India there is a land distribution. Actually we know the India is total area of, that is a 3.28 million square kilometer. There just now we have told here 30% is the mountainous area, 27 is the plateaus area, and 43 is the plain area. So only 43% is the mainly which is suitable for the agriculture. So this all the things is getting. The mountain area, it is not totally the mountainous area is covered with the snow and the ice, but this is also enriched in the forest resource and minerals. especially plateaus area. Plateaus area already I have explained to you, where the Maharashtra, Chota Nagpur, Chhattisgarh, these all the places, Madhya Pradesh, this is comes in the plateaus area. So plateaus area is also enriched in the forest resources and other minerals. Okay, so if so what is the total area of the our country? That is 2.42% of the world total area. Okay, and it supports the 16% of the world population. It means the area is very less, 2.42% only, but the population is the more. So that's why it is the more pressure on our earth, especially on our earth part, means in on the India, where we have to be think over it. Okay, resources are very less and the population is the more. That's why we supposed to need some kinds of the cultivate the more land uses. We need some balanced ecological development, and it is important that our land under forest be increased from the existing 20% into the 33%, with only 3% of the area under pastures. India has the largest cattle population in the world. So this is depending on us, how as a citizen of our country we can work over it. Even though we are having the 30% the mountainous and 27% 30 is the mountain area and 27 is the plateaus area, but that also we can use in different way, by the process of afforestation, to motivate the people by their to plant the more trees. And we can just use a different kinds of the process where we can increase the some cultivating land for agriculture and the some grazing place for the animals, for the grasslands for the animals. So this map you can understand here, student, it is explaining about the where is the this one area is the forest area. Okay, most the brown part, as you know, this is the Sahara desert, this one the Sahara desert. So brown part, this is the covered of the most of the at least 11 countries of the Africa it is covering. In the Australia also there is a great desert, in India also. Okay, you can find here North America and South America also some of the portion. Okay, afterwards the light brown, it is the rearing of animals and crop farming. This also we have talked in the 7th class also, the different grasslands of the India, of the world. Okay, different like the velds in the South Africa, downs in the Australia. Okay, steppes in the Russia, this side in the Europe. So okay, prairies and the pampas is the different grasslands of the world. Then this green part you can understand here, and you know fishing part will be the coastal areas, like in India also coastal areas, and this area also where is a blue part is a fishing portion. So by this one you can understand how many portion of the world is covered with the different kinds of the activities. So student, this is the paragraph or exercise given here. You can fill the exercise, and this is I am reading the fill in the blanks. First one is the agriculture, second is the dead. Okay, then third is the erosion, fourth one is explaining the water loss, and there is the increases energy for pumping, and this is a cranogems. So by this one the fertile soils are called cranogems in the prairies. So by this one you can understand, and this also is explaining you about the paragraph. It means the one word answer. Okay, like first one is the black soil, second is the shelter belt, third is the terrace, and fourth desert, and fifth one is the alluvial. So hope so whatever today I have been explained to you about the land and the soil, it means what is the land resource, how we can use the land, and which are the factors are determining on the land uses. Okay, so hope so you will do the practice for this one. For today this much only, and have a nice day.